Good morning. It is morning time. Morning time to be awake. Awakeness. Activate. I have not yet found a way to reduce the resolution on these videos, making them very cumbersome to work with. Ta-da! There is obviously ways of reducing the resolution which are manual, but I would rather it record at a much lower resolution, so that when the resolution gets nerfed, that we're not just wasting bits, ones and zeros and all that. Also, to move the file around when it's 4 times bigger than it needs to be, I mean, maybe I'll just pull a Lunduke and record in 480 by 320 and black and white. Super compression. The audio bitrate can stay up though. That's fine. Seems weird. So, I kind of got the computer dialed in now, and I'm getting used to things. I'm using it for actual work, and KDE Plasma is pretty annoying. There are little weird tweaky things, and some of the things I'm not sure if they're just quirks of like flatpaks or something, but things are odd sometimes. I would rather be on i3, but you know, whatever. This is fine, and it does look pretty. I can't move quickly around just yet, so I'll give it a little bit longer until I get intensely frustrated with it, and then I'll change it. I've spent a bit of time working on there's a keyboard project called the SICK68, and it's an adaptation of a 3D printed keyboard, 60% keyboard plus a few extra keys, so you get arrow keys, on Thingiverse. And the idea is that you print it out and hand wire it. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, this is really cool, and lots of people are making it. It would be cool to have a circuit board for it, just to make it a little bit easier. Though I do enjoy the process of hand wiring, I don't necessarily believe that everyone else should have to enjoy it. So I wanted some measurements from it, and wanted to make a circuit board for it, and got in contact with the creator for it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make that. And I started some work on it, and then the work kind of petered out. I'm not sure what happened. It was like 3 years ago, actually, or almost 3 years ago. So yeah, and then here we are. So the kids have been getting more interested in the 3D printing process. Partially, I think, because of the no TV, but they've been more involved in it and more interested in it. And I showed them the keyboard idea, and they've been talking about keyboards, and my son's been making keyboards, and soldering and stuff like that. So I thought this would be a cool project to have them make their own keyboard. They can learn to solder, and have something they can work with afterwards to play Minecraft. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It's not, you know, whatever. I'll just be a curmudgeon and say, like, Minecraft in my day, we didn't have all these fancy beacons and stuff. It's kind of weird. It's kind of, well, it's overwhelming first because there's so much. And then if you drop a kid in creative mode, they're like, what does this block do? What does this block do? What does this block do? Like, I have no idea. I've never seen that block before in my entire life. But I am OG though. You gotta know that. I did have an original Mojang account for an original purchase of Minecraft. I also, I'm trying to think. I feel like I have a copy of the Java download, like when it was hosted on a website when you just browsed to it. But I don't think that's the case any longer. My prize for having an original Mojang account was having that Mojang account deleted and combined, because I bought it from Mojang, and then I bought it from Microsoft for Windows, to have it on a Windows box. So then I had 2 accounts, and now they've merged those accounts, and I've lost a license, essentially. Well, that's an interesting bit of intellectual property thought experiment. So I bought a license to this product, and then someone else bought the product and eliminated my license. I'm sure at the end of the EULA it says, "Oh dear." Amazing, amazing. Dude had a full tractor trailer and just made like a 90-degree right turn into one lane. Brilliant. Didn't even hit the curb. I watched. Go Pepsi. Wow. Right, so keyboard, Mojang, oh yeah, intellectual property. I'm sure at the end of the EULA it just says, hey, by the way, if we want to revoke your permissions for this, just whenever we feel like it, you can go take a long walk off a short pier. Like, just have a nice day. So it doesn't really matter. It's all legal. And by legal, I mean I wrote it on a sheet of paper and made someone click I agree. So that makes it legal. Right. So, yeah, Mojang is, yeah, so. And now that everything's on a Microsoft account, I can't play offline. I can't play on a local server at my home. Like, I can't just set up a server and then connect to it locally with my client. Has to have internet access. And now, if I want to play with my daughter on the same server, she needs a Microsoft account, which is not happening. So, I don't know how you buy extra accounts or extra whatever, but I'll probably just figure out a way around all this, because I literally have a license for the game. Seriously. This is the dystopian purchasing future that we've experienced. The software, you have a license to the software to play it how we want you to play it, unless we don't feel like it anymore. And also, you no longer have a license. Have a nice day. I'll petition for my refund from Microsoft for the elimination of my license. And since it's going to the gaming division, they might actually do it. They might just be like, wow, bro, that's so true. Yeah, here's your check, man. That's what they would write in the letter also. Like with a Microsoft letterhead. That's what it would say. In my mind. Right. Keyboard, circuit board, right. Yeah, so Kicad had some issue on Mojang, on Manjaro, where the laytest update and a confluence of libraries created an instance where the name change of WX-Python conflicted with the dependencies created by blah, 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 blah. It's an actual bug, and it doesn't work, and the correct solution is to downgrade the WX-Python instance. And when you downgrade stuff in Manjaro with like a rolling release update system, things get a little wonky, and you're kind of like, you put yourself in a weird state. So I did not want to do that, and instead I just opted, I did the cheater's path, and I just got a flatpak of it. So the flatpak is alright. It works. The scripting console works, which is entirely necessary. And I don't know, the theming's a little weird because it's a flatpak, it's its own self-contained thing. I don't know how I feel about flatpaks and app images, and I know how I feel about snaps. Snaps are, that's whatever the canonical one, whichever one that is. Like, technically, app images and flatpaks and all these self-contained binary blobs are, technically they're bloat. But also, so is having weird conflicting library dependencies. Like, as long as it's not the standard, as long as you don't install all your software using a bloated install scheme with way more information than you actually need that isn't technically optimized for your system, as long as you don't do all of it like that, you're probably going to be okay. This is actually a legitimate bug that I don't want to break the norms of the system in order to fix or to patch. So a flatpak will do just fine for now. And I ran into some interesting issues with it. But I think those might be related to the theming and the flatpacking and the, I don't know. KDE Plasma, I shouldn't say that. So KDE Plasma is kind of annoying because it has like lots of animations, and I don't like animations. I like things to be quick, snappy. I like to flip between windows and desktops in milliseconds. And you can turn that stuff off, but it's not really made for it. And like doing so is just kind of like, why would you install this and then disable all the features when you could just install i3? And I still have i3 installed, but one of the things about i3 is you have to know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going, you just you hit you hit mod D, and then you're like, I'll just type in file browser explorer thing, I guess. I don't even know what it is. Like handbrake. Handbrake is like GHD or DHG or something like that. GHB. I'm not sure what it is. It's like GNU handbrake HB or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but the command for it is 3 letters. And I went into i3 and I'm like, let me just launch handbrake. And I'm like, I have no idea what handbrake is. So I had to go back into KDE Plasma in order to find the menu entry, the menu item entry for handbrake with its fancy icons and graphics and names. And then figure out what the shortcut was actually pointing to. Figure out what the command was, and then remember that with my brain meats. So I'll probably just make a symlink to it or something. I did that with, let's see, cool retro term was just difficult to type out. Like as menu items, this is not a huge deal, and you like you open up the start not a start menu, and then you start typing, handbrake, HAND, and then pretty much hit enter, and then it launches. And cool retro term, you just type in cool, and that comes up and hit enter. So, and then you get on i3 and you have to type it all out. Or you can't find the darn piece of software. You don't know what you're supposed to launch. So it's a little bit. Once I get a little bit more comfortable, it'll probably be easier. Like Dolphin file browser, I did not use Dolphin before, and I didn't want to like install the ones that I knew, because the ones I know are, what is it, Nautilus for GNOME, and then Nemo for Cinnamon, which Cinnamon's kind of cool. It's a little different, but it's kind of cool. Plus, you don't want all those weird GNOME apps on i3. They're not really made for it, and certainly not optimized for it. So it's a little weird. So having something a little bit more lightweight is just fine. But Dolphin is, it's nice. It looks shiny. It's got the transparencies and little pop-up things and sliding animations. It's so very, very polished. But running something like that on i3 just seems weird. I'll do it all in Ranger, man. I'll do it all in Ranger. So I'm just adjusting, and once I get more adjusted to KDE Plasma, I'll use those apps on i3. But I still want to try it. I still want to give it a fair shake. And then after I do that, I'll get to i3, and if those apps annoy me, I'll reinstall the whole system with a flat i3 and just move on from there. Good day, good morning. Got a lot of keyboard PCB design done, and failed to record a huge portion of it. So the first of many, I'm sure. Go figure. I'm sure I flubbed it. I don't think OBS crashed, but I can't review the video to check. All right.